Good morning, students. I am Mrs. Kadam from Asian College, Kara. Today we are starting with the second topic, sources of business finance, sources of corporate finance. Since finance is key to all business activities, from promotion, organization, and regular operations of any business activity, the necessity of finance is termed as capital. Capital is important for every business activities, and all types of business activities need capital. A joint stock company needs huge capital for their regular operations. A joint stock company is a modern form of business organization. Capital formation is a process of collection of capital from various sources. These various sources of business finance available are explained from the following chart. There are two types of capital, own capital and borrowed capital. In own capital, there are two sources. First is shares and second is retained earnings. In borrowed capital, there are so many sources: debentures, public deposits, bank, financial institutions, ADR or GDR, etc. In own capital, there are main source of finance in shares, and in shares there are two types of shares, that is equity shares and preference shares. This chart is very important because we are going to learn all these activities, all these sources of business finance in detail in this chapter. The capital raised by the company with the help of owners, that is called shareholders, is called own capital. The shareholders purchase the shares and supplies finance to the business organizations. This source of finance is own capital source of business. Share capital is one of the source of own capital. Another form of own capital is retained earnings. It is also known as flowing back of profit. It is reinvestment of profit in the business. Reinvestment of profit means when company earns more profit, then company retains profit, a part of profit for future expansion, and this part of profit is reinvested into the business after few years. That is called flowing back of profit. The term share capital provides initial source of capital for a new company. It can be raised any time later. Retained earnings cannot be an initial source of capital. Share capital provides initial source of business, but retained earnings is not initial source, but after few years company can use retained earnings as finance for business activities. In own capital there is important source of finance is shares. Shares is very important source of finance because without issuing shares, any joint stock company cannot be formed. So first we see shares. The term share is defined by section 2/84 of Companies Act 2013. Share means a share in the share capital of a company and includes stock. Share means share in the capital of the business and it includes stock. Shares, the total capital of a company is divided into small shares, into small parts, and each part is called as shares. Share is a small unit of total capital. It is share capital is divided into small parts, that is called shares. A person who purchases shares is called shareholder of that company. Shareholder is the owner of a company or a member of that particular company. Now we are going to see the features of shares. First feature of shares is smallest unit. Share is the smallest unit of total capital of a business organization because share capital is divided into small parts of shares. So first feature of share is smallest unit. Share is the smallest unit of total capital. Second feature is ownership. The person who purchases shares is a owner of that particular company. It shows the ownership of a company because he purchases the shares of a company. The person who purchases the shares is a shareholder of a company, and shareholders are the owner of that particular company. Second feature is distinctive number. Distinctive number. Share has a distinctive number for identification. It is mentioned in the share certificate. Every share has a distinctive number. It means if a person purchases 100 shares, these 100 shares have a particular number. Each share has a particular number. This is called distinctive number. So every share has a distinctive number, and this distinctive number is mentioned on share certificate of that particular person. Fourth feature is evidence of ownership. Evidence of title. Evidence of title. A share certificate is issued by a company under its common seal. It is a document of title of ownership. Share certificate is used by a company under its common seal. So it is evidence of title because when a person purchases a shares, company gives him a share certificate, and on that share certificate there is mentioned shares purchased by the person. So it is evidence of title. It is a proof for the person who purchases the shares. So it is evidence of title. Next feature is value of shares. Value of shares. Value of shares. Each share has a value expressed in the terms of money. There are three values of shares. First is face value. Face value is a value which is mentioned on share certificate of a company. So face value is mentioned. Face value may be rupee 1 or rupee 10 of a shares. Second value is issue price. Issue price is a value in which value the company issues shares for a public. When company issues shares for a public, company issues a price for that particular shares, that is called issue price. It means the price at which company sells the shares. For example, when company issues shares face value may be rupee 10, but company issues a shares of rupee 10 for rupees 12, then rupees 12 is issue price of that particular share. And third value is market value. Market value is determined by demand and supply forces in share market. Market value, the value which is fixed by demand and supply of shares in share market. It is not fixed by a company, but it is determined by demand and supply of shares in share market. Next feature is rights. A person who purchases a shares becomes a shareholder of a company, and every shareholder gets some rights for that particular company. For example, receive dividend, right to vote, right to inspect statutory books are some important rights given by a company to shareholders. So, a person who purchases shares gets some specific rights about that company. Next feature is income. A shareholder is entitled to get a share in the net profit of the company. It is called as dividend. Income for shareholder means a person who purchases shares get a dividend as income of his investment. So every shareholder get dividend when company gets profit in that particular year. Next feature is transferability. Transferability. The public limited company are freely the shares of a public limited company are freely transferable in the market. Means every shareholder of a public limited company gets a right to transfer their shares to another person. So this is main feature of shares, that is transferability. Next feature is property of shareholders. Property of shareholders. Shares are the property of shareholders. It is their own property and they can transfer it to another person. Shares is a movable property of a shareholder. And last feature is kinds of shares. A company can issue two kinds of shares. First is equity shares and second is preference shares. There are two types of shares, equity shares and preference shares, which company issues for public. Equity shares is main type of shares because any company can issuing equity shares cannot be formed. So equity shares are important source of finance for business organization. Let's see the kinds of shares. There are two types of shares. First is equity shares and second is preference shares. In equity shares, there are two types of shares. First is equity shares with voting rights. And second is equity shares with differential voting rights. And in preference shares, there are 8 types of preference shares. First is cumulative preference shares. Second is non-cumulative preference shares. Third is participating preference shares. Fourth is non-participating preference shares. Fifth is convertible preference shares. Sixth is non-convertible preference shares. Seventh is redeemable preference shares. And eighth is irredeemable preference shares. So in equity shares there are two types of shares. That is, first is equity shares with voting rights and second is equity shares with differential voting rights. And in preference there are 8 types of preference shares: cumulative preference shares, non-cumulative preference, participating preference shares, non-participating preference shares, convertible preference shares, non-convertible preference shares, redeemable preference shares, irredeemable preference shares. These types we will explain it in detail after explaining preference shares. Types of preference shares will be explained. First, So today we are going to see equity shares and their features of equity shares. First of kinds of shares, a company can issue different types of shares depending upon right to control income and risk of that particular capital. So, particular shares. Company can issue the different types of shares by deciding by management of that particular company. Equity shares and preference shares. There are main two types of shares issued by a company. Today we saw the sources of own capital, and in it we saw the shares and features of shares. Now we are going to see the equity share concept. Equity share. Equity shares are also known as ordinary shares. Equity shares is main types of shares which are issued by a company. Any joint stock company cannot form without issuing equity shares. Companies Act 2013 defines equity shares as those shares which are not preference shares. Definition is so easy. Equity shares are those shares which are not preference shares. It means equity shares do not enjoy preference for dividend. For getting dividend, equity shares do not enjoy preference for getting dividend, and equity shares do not have priority for repayment of capital at the time of winding up of the company. At the time of winding up of a company, equity shares do not have priority of repayment of capital. These two points are explained by this definition. So, equity shares, again I will repeat the definition. Those shares which are not preference shares is called equity shares. Now we are going to conclude this concept. Next lecture we will see the features of equity shares. Thank you.